Doing the way you see that.
Just doing the right thing. Be able to go forward. All you have done it.
Once a year, I have the duty of initiating on order the organizational meeting of council. We're going to call the meeting to order at 9:03. Call the meeting to order at 9:03 a.m. We will start with the administration of oaths of office to all members of the council. And then I will oversee the appointment of the reeve. Before we start, please silence your phones. Also, we'll need to have an incident. The closest exit is through that door. In terms of administering the oath of office,
So my ability execute according to law, the office of the Lamont County Council, so help me God.
yes.
For the Municipal Government Act, Section 156, I, John Hugan, swear that I will diligently, faithfully, and to the best of my ability, execute according to law the office of the Lamont County Council. So help me God.
Yeah. As per Municipal Government Act, Section 156, I, Gerald Turowski, swear that I will diligently, faithfully, and to the best of my ability, execute according to law the office of Lamont County Councilor. So help me God.
Like this 28th day of October, 2025, at the Lamont County Council Chamber. Congratulations.
As per Municipal Government Act, Section B56, I, Aaron Wick, swear that I will diligently, faithfully, and to the best of my ability, execute according to the law of the office of Lamont County Council. So help me God.
As per Municipal Government Act, Section 156, I, Neil White, swear that I will diligently, faithfully, and to the best of my ability execute according to the law the office of Lamont County Councilor, so help me God.
Yes, now, how do we get out of this again?
5:30 in the morning phone calls like this.
Oh, there you
Yeah, that was for that, the desk, so we will, to the extent necessary, we will improvise. So now that you are all duly appointed as councilors, we'll proceed to item 3, appointment of the REIT. And then I will call for nominations, and as per rules of order, I will call 3 times. So I'll call for the first time for nominations for the role of REIT.
I wish to nominate Councillor Aaron Wick for the position of leader of the Lamont County.
Do you accept? Good. Yes. I call a second time for nominations for REIT.
I call for Neil White to be.
Do you accept? I call for a third and final time for nominations for REIT. Hearing none, I look for a motion for nominations to cease.
That was the nomination.
Very good. So we will now hold a secret ballot. Benoit will hand out a piece of paper. Please put the name of the person you believe wants to be read.
Councilor Wick. Councilor Wick. Councilor Williams. Councilor Wick. And Councilor Williams. We have 1, 2, 3. 4 Councilor Williams, sorry, Councilor Wick, 2 for Councilor Wick, and 2 for Councilor Williams.
We have a read. So with that, I will pass the meeting over to the councilor. Perhaps tomorrow. Yeah. You did good. One of those. So, can I have a motion to have the ballots destroyed?
Okay, motion.
So, with the starting this change.
Yeah.
See what I did there?
I, Aaron Wick, swear that I will diligently, faithfully, and to the best of my ability, execute according to the law of the office, deputy, Reeve of Lamont County. So help God. Get it?
Makes it easy. It's just easy.
You got it. Perfect. We don't need two of these, do we?
No, I just think.
No. We need nominations for deputy mayor. I'm gonna go over to this there. In our agenda, I think we have a resolution to appoint Aaron Wick as Reeve. You have that up on the screen? See it in the agenda.
I have this on.
Councilor Aaron Wick, Deputy of Lamont Council for the time from October 29th, 2025, it should be. Bill Reeves appointment, October 2026.
Gary. Did you abstain?
Oh,
Sorry, Reeve. So please assume the chair of the organization.
perfect. Thank you, guys. So we'll appoint the deputy Reeve at this point in time. I'm calling for nominations for deputy Reeve for the first time. Call. And I can make. I think to nominate Neil Whitus as deputy Reeve. Second call for deputy Reeve. Lamont County.
Yeah, I'll second that for sure for, latest.
All for third, final. Others. Okay, all the nominations cease. Accept.
Yeah, yeah.
Further ado, we have deputy Reeve. Congratulations.
Thanks, guys. Looking forward to working, excited to work. Looking forward and excited to work with you guys. So. I, Neil White, swear that I will diligently, faithfully, and to the best of my ability execute according to the law of the office of the deputy reeve for Lamont County, so help me God.
Okay, moving on to number 5, we have regular council meeting dates. We accept, we have a motion on board. I know that the 2 new councilors don't have their electronics or their, dates presented to them yet. So, I don't know if we have dates.
You received the agenda, and in the package on page 9 of 46 is a color-coded calendar.
Okay.
Yeah. So, Mr. Reed, it shows that, regular council meetings have typically been held on the second and fourth Tuesday of the month.
Yeah.
That was the case in 2025, a summer hiatus in July. And, proposed date for the 2026 organizational meeting is October 27th, 2026.
So can I get a motion? That the Lamont Town establish the regular council meeting dates as per se, attached 2025 calendar.
You could read the resolution.
Number 5 there.
Or
Or on the screen, sorry, you have it on your sheet.
The Lamont County Council established a regular council meeting days as per attached 2025-2026 county council municipal meeting calendar.
Any errors, objections? Okay, I'll call the question, all in favor? Carried. Number 6.1, designated financial institution.
Mr. Reed, one of the responsibilities of council is to annually appoint the financial institutions. Our practice has, and we recommend it continue to be to work with ATB Financial and Service Credit Union.
Okay, any objections? Okay, so we make a motion, please. No,
That Lamont County designate ATB Financial and Service Credit Union as the Lamont County's financial institutions.
any objections, errors, omissions? Seeing none, last question, all in favor? Carried.
Mr. Reed, number 7.1. Another important responsibility is to designate signing authorities for Lamont County. Practice has been that the CAOs or CFO and the Reeve or deputy Reeve are the signing authorities for Lamont County.
Okay. So anybody, or could I get a motion for signing authority?
Sure. That Lamont County Council designates signing authority for all checks of Lamont County drawn on its general account, public reserve account to be signed by CAO and the CFO and by the Reeve or deputy Reeve.
The three change.
Yeah, it just took off on me. I'm like, where'd it go? That's what I was looking on the paper. Just make you stutter.
Okay, perhaps there's some discussion or questions.
Yeah, any discussion pertaining to signing authority? Okay. Question, All in favor?
Carried.
We appoint an auditor every year for our financial, usually a matrix come in,
Mr. Reed, we believe we are in the last year of our commitments to exclude all.
Yeah.
We will, in relatively short order, bringing a request for decision on whether we stay with Metrics Group, whether you want us to do a request for proposal more broadly. But for today, it's simply a matter of
any objections or?
I can make that motion. I can make the motion for Lamont County Council appoint Matrix Group LLP of Edmonton as financial auditor for the Lamont County for the 2025-2026 audit.
Any errors and omissions? Objections? Call the question, all in favor? Carried. The appointment of the municipal assessor.
This is another requirement of the regulation, Mr. Reed. And we'd be very satisfied with the accurate assessment folks. It's also which you can reappoint.
Okay,
Okay, I move that Lamont County Council appoint Chris Meadows of Accurate Assessment Group Limited in Sherwood Park as municipal assessor for Lamont County.
objections or questions?
How long is that term for? No, is it a yearly, is this a yearly thing we bring up, or is it
In the annual, in the organizational meeting, we do it annually. I don't know if there's a term on the agreement.
I think there might be a year left on it.
that's all I was questioning, is we bring it up every year? Okay. Good, thank you.
So Mr. Boyle said there's a year left on the agreement.
Yeah, correct. Okay, could I have a motion to accept the municipal assessor?
I can do. Roy, you doing it?
Right.
Oh, somebody did it, yeah. Sorry. All in favor?
Yeah.
Very good. 10, appointment of internal boards and committees. We had a list of our committees and everything, and hopefully everybody had some time to have a look and see which committees they'd be interested in being on. I think in total there's 14 or 14 total, so here, but it's committees we have to be part of, so. We will appoint the internal committees. The Ag Service Board.
Prime Minister, that's typically been a council has been appointed as the Ag Services Board.
Yep.
In the most recent version of the Ag Services Board, it does indicate that in addition to determining the chair and the number of members, the membership of the board must include persons who are familiar with agricultural concerns and issues and who are qualified to develop policies consistent with this act. So I ask you to keep that in mind in your nomination.
No, Mr. Development, right from the act, it did state under 3.3.1 that the council may establish and appoint members to the service board, and that the members of the board be paid funds and reasonable allowance. But 3.13, the membership of the board must include persons who are familiar with agriculture concerns and issues and who are qualified to develop policies. Yeah.
I think we're all farm rooted. We're all familiar with farming. All 5 councilors, so
Only you can determine that.
but if you don't have to say it, but.
Anybody interested in this position?
I'll be the chair, if possible.
You'd be the chair. You would like to be chair? Anybody else?
I believe the chair of the board will be elected at the first meeting.
So can I have the motion to accounts?
Move that the Lamont County Council appoint Councillor Whitus for the position of chair to the Agricultural Service Board.
Okay, any objections or comments? No? Okay, all in favor?
Carried. So you're appointing all of council to the service board?
Yeah.
Is there a separate resolution for that, Christine?
There's not in this.
That's why I'm doing the three, you're moving the rule, you're not asking for objections or permission.
Yeah.
They will let you know.
Yeah. Yeah, we can stop. Try to get rid of these seats a little bit, maybe. Did I have somebody make a motion? Point all of council?
Move that the Lamont County Council appoint all of council to the Agricultural Services Board.
Questions or concerns? All in favor? Carried. Questions or concerns? Yeah, you got it. 2.3 Centennial Scholarship Committee.
Three, annually, one member of council is appointed to sit with the REIT and the CAO, as well as the legislative officer to review or recommend to council the part of the other recommended recipients. A very low requirement. Once a year is
Yeah, it's a once a year meeting, so.
Most likely if somebody has kids that are in school and stuff, it might be a little bit of a conflict, so. Young kids.
Okay, most of it here. Could I have a recommendation, please?
I recommend, let me find the page here. Lamont County Council, appoint Councillor Roy Naka as member of the Centennial Scholarship Committee.
Questions or concerns? All in favor? Carried. Lamont Lamont County Community Adult Learning Council.
So Mr. Reed, we're looking for a member.
Dave? Last year it was you, was it not?
No, I'm on AFS.
The next one.
Yeah.
Okay. Anybody have any interest in being on the Lamont?
Adult.
Or the adult learning? Gerald? Okay. And an alternate member? I can go on as alternate.
Okay. I'll do that. Lamont County Council appoint Councillor Gerald Turoski as member and Councillor Aaron Wick as alternative to the Lamont County Community Adult Learning Council.
Any questions or concerns? All in favor? Carried. Lamont County Family and Community Service or Sports Service.
So we're looking for a member and an alternate.
Yeah.
The member before, if you guys want, I can stay.
Interested? Okay.
That's one.
I think that was your alternate, wasn't it?
I think so, yeah.
Anybody else interested in alternate or member?
Actually, it was Danny Warwell was the alternate.
I can do an alternate for that too.
motion, please? That Lamont County appoint Deputy Reed Neil Whitus as a member and Aaron Wick as the alternate for the Lamont County Family and Community Support Services Board.
You, any questions or concerns? All in favor? County Regional Library Board. Yes. Anybody interested in the alternate? Sure.
Okay, I'll do the Lamont County Council appoint Councilor Gerald Turowski and Councilor John Yanitz. You gotta tell me how to pronounce it.
Yeah,
So my butcher, Councilor John Yanitz is member of the Lamont County Regional Library Board. Sorry, butcher your name.
Any questions or concerns? All in favor? Carried. 10-7, Municipal Planning Commission. Last year, it was Councilor Whitus, Councilor Anaka, and myself. If somebody wants to, I would step aside if somebody wants to take in and be part of that one.
Maybe you want to, you guys choose me, so one of you guys want to grab it?
It's in a morning and they're never set. I think it's whenever there's issues and right now we got a new bylaws and stuff, so it's not as many as one.
Yeah. This year there will be they have a set calendar date, but it will be determined. So if there's any development that need to approve or oversee, that's when the committee.
They just said like every second Wednesday or something, but most of them will be canceled. If it might be that certain date, if there's issues, if there's something that needs.
You get an hour or two at the most, it's the meeting's done. So
Sure, I'll take it. I'll jump on that too.
Okay, so Neil, Roy, and John. Buddy makes, I take that motion. I'll make the motion that the Lamont County Council appoint Councilor Neil Whitus, Councilor Roy Anaka, Councilor John Uganitz as members of the Municipal Planning Commission. Any questions or concerns? All in favor? Carried. The Intermunicipal Planning Commission. This is intermunicipal meetings, committees.
So we believe that should follow the same template in terms of divisions as last year, given proximity to the communities. Do you have those voted in?
I have those on to for the previous agenda.
Because so it only makes sense that Councilor Anaka, Councilor Uganitz, those feel the proximity to the ability and et cetera. So we recommend, obviously, if you'd like to change that, please do. We recommended staying the course. Now there is very little likelihood that these meeting, just simply because we don't expect our intermunicipal development plans to be updated. It's not for the next year. But we need to.
Have somebody make a motion, please?
I can do that. Lamont County Council reappoint members of the local municipal planning commission as follows. So we do them all. Okay, here we go. For the village of Andrew, Councilor John Uganitz and Councilor Roy Anaka. For the village of Bruderheim, Councilor Aaron Wick and Councilor Neil Whitus. For the village of Chipman, Councilor Gerald Turowski and Counselor Aaron Wick. For the town of Lamont, Counselor John Uganitz and Counselor Aaron Wick. For the town of Mundare, Counselor Gerald Turoski and Counselor Roy Anaka. For Smoky Lake County, Counselor John Uganitz and Counselor Roy Anaka.
Questions or concerns? Anybody want them to read that back again? Yeah, I think that's nice. No hurt for you. Okay, all in favor? Carried. 10.9, appoint the intermunicipal subdivision development appeal board clerk. We have a recommendation here for Jennifer McIsaac, Christiane Benoit, sorry. Any, can I have somebody make the motion, please?
I move that Lamont County Council appoint Jennifer McIsaac, Christiane Benoit as intermunicipal subdivision development appeal board clerks.
Any questions or concerns? Seeing none, all in favor? Carried.
When do we pick people on the board? When is that done?
That's in closed session at the end of this.
Okay, thank you.
Regional Emergency Advisory Committee. So last year you were on it too, weren't you? Yeah. Anybody interested in being, you're okay with being on it again?
Yeah.
You have any interest in being an alternate? Great. Hey. Somebody make that motion, please.
Whitus is a member and Counselor Gerald Turoski is an alternate to the Regional Emergency Advisory Committee.
Questions, concerns? All in favor? Carried. Appoint external boards and committees. 11, so that'd be 11.2. We go, the Alberta Industrial Heartland Association. Usually, I was an alternate on that one last year and the year before. They usually like to have the read on that board.
The expectation is the people.
Yeah, chief elected official. So, I'd be willing. I'd like to stay on that one. If there's anybody that's interested in an alternate.
Nobody wants to take all.
Neil. Okay, somebody could make the motion, please.
Member and Counselor Whitus, Deputy Reeve Whitus is alternate to the Alberta Industrial Heartland Association.
Any questions or concerns? All in favor? Opposed? Okay, in favor. Carried. Beaver Hill Biosphere Reservation or Reserve Association. Last year was Councilor Naka, and I was an alternate. Is there any interest in staying on? Go ahead. Okay,
Do you want to be an alternate to
then
that?
we want to be an alternate?
They're usually held in Ship Park, right, the meetings? And
Yes. Eatings.
No,
They would.
right on 3ASB meeting.
Majority are doing them, right?
okay, Gerald, okay.
Not anymore.
Okay, Lamont County.
Yeah.
Okay, Lamont County Council appoints Councilor Roy Anaka as member and Councilor Gerald Turoski is alternate to the Beaver Hills Biosphere Reserve Association.
Any questions or concerns? All in favor? Carried. Go East. So this is a newsletter support for tourism. Last year I was on it. I think I'll stay on it. Interested. If nobody else has interest. If somebody else does have interest, I'm willing to step back from that one.
Okay, I'll make a motion, Lamont County Council appoint Reeve Wick to represent Lamont County at Go East.
Perfect. No questions or concerns? All in favor? Opposed? In favor.
I'm not gonna get with a whole page today, so I'm reading that.
Carried. The John Espatuke Regional Water Commission. This one here was a previous counselor that was on it. I was an alternate.
The request from the John Espatuke Water Commission was to the extent possible to have some continuity. Obviously, Daddy Moore was no longer on the council. I'm not sure how often you attended, but that might be the best way of us achieving some continuity. Where you were alternate before, it may be best if you were whatever to achieve continuity. What is this?
Oh, we can discuss.
Yeah. So, have somebody make the motion. Any questions or concerns? Alternate.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. No, absolutely.
Okay.
Maybe you want to go to the meeting together.
Yeah.
Catch up what's happening there. There's
Yeah.
a few situations there, you know.
So. Okay, all in favor? Carried. Mont County Housing Foundation. That was you on that one last year, right?
I'll take that one too.
Okay. So you go on as alternate?
Sure.
Or just both members? Oh, there you are.
There's two that Brooklyn, did you want that, or did you, because you and me were on there before? I got no problem with
Right. Okay. So Roy and John? Any questions or concerns?
Yeah, here, just gonna, right here, Lamont County Council appoint Councillor Roy Naga and Councillor John Yaganis as members of the Lamont County Housing Foundation.
Any questions or concerns? All in favor?
Yep.
Carried. Okay, vote. Out here. Yeah, it's just falling out by itself. No, I'm not pulling it off. Community Futures Elk Island Region. Sure what that one is. I don't. You questioned that one last time, so.
In your.
And it was on that. That recommendation struck one down.
No, that's.
Oh, right below it, there we go.
They got, page 20, they got the names all mixed up, but anyways.
Their role is to impact the growth of the community.
Where do they have these meetings? Like what is?
Looks like it might be either Beckerville or Tudor. Main office. There may be some utility in having whoever's on Go East or Hub also be on this, given that it is a promotional regional promotion. I imagine council could choose just to not appoint anybody.
Well, I don't recall any, when we had our committee reports, I've never
Never heard any.
I think he made maybe a couple of years, something that he got off.
If nobody wants, I can grab it and see what it's all about anyways. I don't have a clue. Or did you want it, Gerald? Okay. Sorry, I don't know what it is. We're offering you, Gerald.
You had a motion?
That Lamont County appoint councillor Gerald Perosi as a member to the Community Futures South Island Region Board.
Any questions or concerns? All in favor?
Yeah.
Well, it's pretty vague when you agree
Yeah.
I understand from Mr. Olson that their core business is loans and finance.
11A Northern Lights Library System. Anybody interested in that one? I think previous was. Was on there.
Maybe utility is having the Lamont Library Board to also be here, because there is a indirect connection.
We got on the library board, were you not last year?
He's on the other one.
Me. Yours?
it. Sure.
Anybody interested in an alternate? Jerry?
Yeah, Lamont County Council appoint John Gavitz as member and Councillor Gerald Peroski is alternate to the Northern Lights Library System.
Any questions or concerns? All in favor? Opposed? Carried. Northeast Regional Community Awareness Emergency Response Committee, so they call it in our care. Last year or previous years was Councillor Whitus, our deputy Whitus. Anybody you're interested in it
If
again?
nobody else wants it, I'll grab it, yeah.
Okay,
They meet in Fort Saskatchewan, usually a couple hours on a morning, 10 till whatever. It's guys from the plants and representative from a couple other counties.
we have a motion, please.
Sure. That Lamont County Council appoint Deputy Reed Neil Whitus to the Northeast Region Community Awareness Emergency Response Committee.
Any questions or concerns? All in favor?
Yep.
Carried. St. Michael Regional Solid Waste Commission. We look for a member and an alternate for that one.
Yeah, I'm definitely for that one.
John for the member wants to be an alternate. Roy, you want to be an alternate? No.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll do that. Lamont County Council appoint John Gavitz as member and Councillor Roy Anaka as alternate to the St. Michael Regional Solid Waste Commission.
Any questions or concerns? All in favor? Carried. 11, Wellington seed cleaning plant. Past history, Counselor Naka has been on the board. What you need, Stan? Okay. Can I get a motion, please?
That Lamont County Council appoint Councilor Roy Anaka as member of the Wellington Seed Cleaning Plant.
Perfect. Any questions or concerns? All in favor? Carried. Yellowhead Highway Association, this one here requests 2 positions. Usually it's a member and an alternate. Last year I was an alternate. I would put my name forward as a member. If somebody else is interested, let me know.
I could be an alternate.
Okay. Good.
Lamont County Council appoint Councilor, I'll start over. Lamont County Councilor appoint Reed Wick and Councilor Roy Naka to the Yellowhead Highway Association.
Perfect. Any questions or concerns? All in favor? Carried. Alberta Hub membership.
Mr. Reed, we have a report on page 30 of the package. You may recall this matter was addressed with the outgoing council back in August during some preliminary discussions about the 2026 budget. At that time, we identified that the fee was going from more or less $2,000 to more or less $3,000. I think it makes sense to on the basis of that direction, we have included about $2,000 in the 2026 budget for this. Initially, the thinking was that the scope and mandate of Alberta was a little bit on strategy with what we need. However, in a recent study that they did and a recent update to their strategic plan, they have identified on page 32 of 46 a number of priorities which more closely with our priorities. I apologize, on page 33 of 46. So enabling investment, advocacy for the regional community marketing and labor attraction, which are very much in keeping with our priorities. Earlier, there was a lot of housing related community promotion. The mandate has changed to something more keeping with our. So the recommendation is to appoint counselor and alternate Alberta.
On page 33, you'll see that it has a recommendation. Let's do approximately $4,000. We have a closer number per capita, or $3,754 as our capita, or as our per capita at the time in August. So there's an alternate last year. I do not make the previous counselor. I'd be willing to go on the hub as a member. Are you interested in a member or an alternate member?
I could be an alternate.
Anybody else? Okay, somebody could make the motion.
We can do it if nobody wants. Okay, Lamont County Council appoint Lamont County Council appoint Reed Wick as member and Councilor Roy Naka as alternative to the Alberta Hub.
Questions or concerns? All in favor? Carried. Rural Health Professions Action Plan. So it's the Rural Health Committee. You were on that one last year, were you not?
Yeah, should we that was also something that came in January, I think it was in September. Once we done the provide information, so it appears that there are public writing.
The August 12th meeting, and Lamont from the Rural Health Professional Action Plan talked to council and asking council if a complement could be board. It is a fairly new board, and they would meet once a month or as needed. And the next meeting is December 9th. And they have a strategic planning workshop after that, 16.
Note that conflicts with the council meeting.
The committee does not pay an honorarium, and councillors are, according to the Lamont town, remunerated according to the council remuneration policy, as you see in the back of your agenda. So that would be my for this. In the town of the month. That's what we know.
Anybody interested in the Rural Health Committee?
Brand new, nobody knows anything about.
Yeah, I'll put the flag in now.
Didn't know the doctors, they'll be,
Priority one when you get for emergency and stuff.
Fast track.
On track. They got a special lane for members maybe.
Can I have a motion on?
Yes, I move that Lamont County Council appoint Councillor Gerald Zorowski as member to the Lamont Rural Health Committee.
Any questions or concerns? Carried.
Street being advised of an oversight. Returning councillors may recall that we have approved in terms of reference to the municipal planning commission that requires 3 members and an alternate. So if council could complement the appointments that aid to the municipal planning commission with Deputy Reed White is Councillor and Councillor Eubanks. There could be an alternate.
What number is that? That's 11 something. 10.
7. Okay, so we can add, we already have the 3 and now we're just looking for an alternate. I was on the board last term. Interest, I'll stay on as an alternate unless Jerry would like. You good?
Yeah, please go ahead.
Okay. So
I can redo that. Hold on.
Except I'll use the alternate then.
Yeah, I didn't make that motion. Somebody else did anyways.
Yeah.
Is that what you decided?
Yeah. Well, so we're gonna move into closed session today. Oh, sorry. Question.
Lamont County Council appoint Reed Aaronwick as the alternate to the municipal planning commission.
Questions or concerns? All in favor? All right, this time as we move into closed session. Have somebody make a motion?
I move that Lamont County Council move the October 28, 2025 organizational council meeting into closed session at 10:03 a.m. to discuss the following items. Appointment of public interest, where at section 17. That one.
All in favor?
Yeah.
Carried.
Mr. Reed, we made an administrative adjustment for the point that we're going to with access to information.
One moment, I have to turn on the programs and we will.
Read.
Yeah. That's whatever, yeah. Great reset. Break from, yeah.
Great, so cameras.
Wide angle going.
Apologies.
back everybody. We have a motion to appoint public members to the Municipal Subdivision and Development Appeal Board. Could I have the motion, please?
That motion, Lamont County Council appoints Allison Cossey, Barry Stewart, David Thomas, Jerry Melnick, Sylvia Howatch, Candace Bricks, and Carl Hauk as members of the Intermunicipal Subdivision Development Appeal Board for a term ending at the Lamont County Annual Organizational Meeting in 2029.
Any questions or concerns? All in favor? Carried. With that, I think we come to the adjournment of this meeting. So I will adjourn the meeting at 10:34 a.m.
Yeah.